Hello everyone, hope you're doing okay. It's one of those really unusual UK winter days today. It's sunny and I'm very reticent to pull the blinds and put the light on, but I think I should. But I really wanted you to see this, the sunshine today. So I've pulled the blinds. I've given my watercolour paints a splurge, and I've just got a little offcut of paper. It's round about 9, I don't know, let me just look. So what are we on? Oh, look at that, 9 centimetres by 12 centimetres. It's just one of those little bits that I've got left over. Paper towel, my usual Cotman watercolour set. Plenty of water, and I'm going to start off with my medium mop brush, and then we might pick up some other brushes along the way. But this is just one that you can do with any colours, any paint, any size, any brush. It's just about having fun. So pause the video, give yourself a spritz and a sort out, and then come back. So I wash my brush and I'm starting off, and I'm going to do a little bit of the shadow work on the snowman. So just clean water into the body of the snowman and the face. And I'm going to be using some cerulean blue, plenty of water. I want it to feel cool, but I want to just desaturate that blue a little bit. So I'm going to add a tiny bit of red light, and it just makes it a little bit grayer, which will work really nicely for this one. So it's going to have a bit of a shadow under the hat. I put it on, get another brush. Let me just get a little brush with some water. Take some of the water out, and then you can just smooth it into the wash at the bottom if you don't want that harsh line. That was me with my brush in my hat, in my teeth, sorry. And then the same here, just a damp brush, and just smooth it in. Help make it feel like it's got a bit of shape. A little bit of shadow under the scarf. Smooth it in. Da da da. I love wet in wet work. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit of, oh gosh, that's not very tiny, of cerulean blue into that mix, so it's more blue, and I'm just going to add a little bit more into those shadows for a bit of variation. So that's that done, nice and easy, lemon squeezy. So I'm going to dry that with a hairdryer. So there I am, I'm back, all dried with a hairdryer. You might see I've only just got this with a little bit of tape today. I'm hoping that we don't really need that much. So I'm now going to do the colour for the scarf and for the hat. And again, you can choose whatever colour you want. I'm going to be a bit of a rebel today, and I'm going to choose some Paynes grey. It's one of my favourite colours. I'm going to add it into this blue there for the lighter bit, and then I'm going to do a mixture here that's darker, so that's got a little bit of the cerulean blue in. And then I'm just going to add a touch of indigo into there, just to keep it on the bluer side. can buy this colour. It's called Jane's Grey, which is a lovely colour. I think it's a Daniel Smith colour. Or you can just be a cheapskate like me and mix it, and it's fun. So a lighter, more water version, and I'm going to start with that with plenty of water on my brush. I'm just going to, so the light's coming from the front on this, and so from the front on the scarf, because I'm going to be really nice and give him a matchy scarf. And then a little bit more pigment. And then picking up the dark. And just load that wash a little bit with tapping. And I like this, watching how the paint does its thing. And I'm just going to add a little bit more. I was running out. Some tassely bits at the end. To this bit. You could do, I don't know, you could do tartan, couldn't you? It'd be really nice. You could do greens, blues, pinks, whatever your favourite colours are for the people that you're sending them to. So a bit of the dark colour in the buttons. I'm just going to pick up a bit of this lighter colour, my little brush, for that side. And I'm going to use lots of water into this pale colour, just for a little bit of a flicky effect in the fluffy bit of the hat. I think that's a bit dark at the front. Let me just lift that off a bit. And then I'm going to use the same really weak colour. I don't need to, I've done all that, I'm fine. Right, so we're going to leave that for a minute. So I'm going to just draw on the pom-pom. Obviously you don't need a pom-pom, but it's nice if you can. And then I'm just going to use that really weak colour to just do some bits of the pom-pom. And then it's time to give it a dry. So here we are, we're back. He's dry. Quite liking him. So this is just my little, what is it, a little number 4, whatever I grabbed before. So I'm just going to damp where this carrot nose is going to go, and I'm just going to rub it out with, so that we don't end up with that pencil mark. So good old cadmium orange. Just tap, tap, tap. How good's that? And then a tiny bit of alizarin crimson tapped in will just give you the carroty colour. And then I'm going to be a traditionalist and use black. You could use just Paynes grey as it comes and that'd look really nice. So just control that water on your paper towel, otherwise you're going to end up with some blobs. So a little black button eye and some little smiles. Look at that, how lovely is that? So I'm going to give that a dry because then I want to put an outline around it, but if you wanted just to leave it at that, that would be fine. Works really well. I'm giving it a bit of a dry. We're fine. So I'm going to go in with clean water and my mop brush, and I'm leaving a little bit of a gap around the snowman with the edge, because I can then go in with my brush and make that connection a little bit easier. And I'm going to go in with some normal cerulean blue. Again, you could go in with whatever you want, but I quite like that the snowman's got the cerulean blue in. Don't you just love it when the paint runs with the water? It's just beautiful. So this is just a piece of our Creative Peak watercolour paper that we use when we're doing our Zoom paint togethers. And our next paint togethers are the 12th, 13th and 14th of November 25. And we do these every 2 weeks-ish, and they're free at the point of receiving, and we just ask that if you have any spare money, that if you have, that you can drop us a coffee, which is a donation. For just a £5 a month you can join my Patreon site. Either of those is really helpful on making sure that we have access for everybody to paint, because I believe that when you're living with a chronic illness, being able to come together and see other people and paint together is so lovely. And some people just come and watch. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're thinking, I would love to do an online class but I can't afford it, then you are very welcome to get in touch with me, and I will let you have the Zoom information, or you could join our Facebook group. We have a Painting with Sarah Johnson Facebook group, which is over 200 people in now, which is lovely. And I will put the links to the Facebook group and to our Patreon site on the comments to this. And obviously if you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. It's a space led by and designed by me, who is a chronically ill person. I had to take ill health retirement in my 40s, which was really difficult, but I'm loving giving back to others, so I would love to welcome you into that space. So there we have our little snowman. Just going to dry it off, and then I might just get my pen on it. So here it is, dry. So I'm just using my little fine liner. I do like these. Just adding a touch of something. We're not outlining, we're just enhancing what we've got. You can hear the seagulls. I don't know if you can hear them, but it's always nice. I live around about a 10-15 minutes drive from the beach, and that's always really gorgeous. I'm going to put some little stripes on. Put some little buttonholes in my buttons and a little bit of a tummy on there, and there we have that. And then you know what the last bit is that is so much fun to do? Is to grab my old toothbrush. Let's just drop it in some clean water. Give it a shake so it's easier if it's a little bit damp. And my Dr. Martens Blue Proof. I love it. And then just put it in. And then let's give it some snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. How lovely is that? And you get a white paint finger just for it. So there we have it. What a cute little snowman. Please like and subscribe and share the channel with your friends. If you are able, if you could join the Patreon, you can join that for free. There's some free little bits and pieces on there. If you can join as a member and get access to Near Enough Everything. No, it's not my favourite toothbrush, it's fine. So like, subscribe, don't forget, sign your artwork and have fun, because that's the best bit about making handmade cards, having fun. Till next time, see you later.